Ready for example? Well, before we start, let's do a bit of recap. Right. When a conjunction is in the front, in this I mean unless or if, okay? What do you think is behind here? It will have to be action here and consequence here. However, in an event where the conjunction is here in the middle, then our action will go to the back and our consequence is in front here. Do you see? Okay, let's look at the example. There are two sentences here. We will be late for the concert. We must hurry. Which is the consequence and which is the action? We will be late for the concert would be the result, which is the consequence. And we must hurry would be the action. Have you got it? Now once you have this, you will have to then decide how you want to phrase your sentence using the word unless. Well, since the first one, unless, is in the middle, let's check just that first. If unless is in the middle, we will have to start off with consequence, which is we will be late for the concert unless we hurry, like this. Well, the next one will be unless right in front. When unless is in front, we have to put in the action followed by the consequence. In this case, the action will be we must hurry. Unless we hurry, we will be late for the concert. Now you have to take note of something. If the conjunction is in front and followed by the action, there must be a comma here. Unless we hurry, we will be late for the concert. Take note of the comma. So, we see a pattern here. We have consequence, conjunction, action or condition. Or conjunction, action or condition, followed by consequence. If you can follow this pattern, then I can almost quite assure you that you will not make much mistakes using unless and if. Let's look at another conjunction, when. It is used when one action occurs at the same time as another. That means two actions happening at the same time. Action 1 and action 2. Or in another case, it's a span in another, span of another rather, followed by action. Okay, these are the two different ways we use when. Let's take a look at an example. When it rains, the buses are crowded. Where are the two actions? When it rains. Number 2, buses are crowded. So the both actions are happening at the same time. Let's look at another example now. When we lived in Tampines, we often went to Tampines Mall. This is in the span of another, when we lived in Tampines. There was something like a situation, right? You lived in Tampines then, of course, and the action would be you often went to Tampines Mall. When is this used? When one action follows another also. When she pressed the button, the lift stopped. Which came first? Pressing the button. Then next would be the lift stopped. Do you see the first action and the second action? Right, next we want to come to until and till. These are conjunctions of time. It tells us about time. For example, we will stay here till it stops raining, or we will stay here until it stops raining. Well, we can just say we will stay here, but when are we going to leave? You may ask. Well, when the rain stops, we will leave. So, we will stay here till it stops raining, or until it stops raining. I'll stay here, you get back. I'll stay here until when? Until you get back. If you don't come back, I'm not leaving. I'm staying here. he won't arrive until 6 o'clock. He won't arrive. Tells you that he's never going to come. But in actual fact, he's going to come. He's going to come at about 6. So, he won't arrive until 6 o'clock. The next conjunction is before and after. I think this should be quite an easy one. It is also a conjunction of time. Now, they are used when one action follows another. Like wash your hands before you eat, rinse your mouth after you have eaten, stuff like that. After the lady opened the door, she switched on the light. What did she do first? Did she open the door first, or did she switch on the light first? Of course, she opened the door first. Then she turned on the lights. In the case of before, she switched off the lights before she left the room. Which did she do first? Switch off the lights or left the room? Well, the first action would be that she switched off the lights, and the second action, she left the room. This is quite easy, the before and after. Next, we have so that. Now, this is a conjunction of purpose. What do I mean by that? There's a purpose in the sentence. For example, I sent him a letter so that he would know what had happened. So what is the purpose of sending the letter? What is the purpose? Well, he would know what had happened. You see, that will be the purpose. Therefore, it is a conjunction of purpose. In the next segment, we are going to look at some examples, and we're going to try to fill in the correct conjunctions.